So E-shaped skills, similar to T-shaped with both depth and scope of knowledge, represent a combination of the four E's: experience, expertise, exploration, execution. Um, Extremely desirable um, in some circles. So for E's, you're talking about a more innovative environment. And perhaps if we open up the handbook for Valve software for 2021, we might see perhaps that they are saying specifically we want E because we've gone beyond T. Um, Also, there's smaller demand because if they're focused on a shape other than I, they're only up to T or maybe M, which we'll talk about in a minute. They're not quite at E. So next slide, please. M, similar to T, but with deep knowledge in different areas, equal or increased knowledge than T shape. High performing cross functional teams. So if I'm looking to build a high performing cross functional team, or in the past, what I've done when I've had a team, I will do an interest and skills survey pretty quickly when I start working with a new team. I want to know, what do you know? What's your current area of expertise? I also want to know about Agile experience because I'm looking for my Agile champions on the team. But I also want to know, what do you do in your spare time? What do you like to do? Um, I have found, for example, a developer who enjoyed fine art, and it's great because the team needs a logo. Is that something that you would be interested in helping with? And watching somebody's eyes light up when you are working with them to ask them to do something a little bit different than their day to day, something that they enjoy doing, um, to me is very rewarding. And then you start to build that high performing cross functional team. And we'll talk about that a little bit more, but they're found in the high performing team members are found in different shapes, but M is very prominent. Um, they may be equally adept in business and or technical areas. They're not as common. And when we start talking about polymaths later on, see if you can identify some similarities, with this M shape. Next slide, please. So pie shaped, um, broad knowledge as a generalist. That's the bar across the top, and then two distinct areas of expertise: left brain, right brain capable, equally analytical, creative thinkers, broad knowledge across disciplines. But some industries are seeking to shift from, T-shaped to pie-shaped, but it might be too general or too specific. In other words, if I'm a left brain person, um, and let's say, I have prior experience in marketing, uh, and then right brain, I've got experience in like team metrics and data analytics. That might be too specific uh, for that designation. So next slide, please. Comb shaped, broad based with multiple expertise areas, a great deal of scope to each, so very broad. Collaboration through some depth in each area. Um, eye shape skills can be fostered into comb shape. So when we talk about pulling a comb shaped person along or an eye shaped person along, the first stop on that journey is comb shape and identifying skill areas. Um, these individuals have some self-awareness and willingness to grow, which can add value. And there is a potential high demand within agile teams. We're just all going to kind of have to see the future of work the workforce. And different shaped skills is just one area of what that dynamic, could or would look like. As far as cons, the depth of each area might not be significant. It might be, I know a little about this, I know a little about this, I know a little about this. But I can't give you, my in-depth knowledge, that you might need that might be deeper. So that's definitely not as much of an advantage. So let's talk about how we uncover hidden talents. If you could go to the next slide.